Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to share with you the most amazing cookie I hope and I think that you'll ever have. So I named this cookie the Elder Cookie. Oh look, it's them calling, how sweet. Hold on. Hello? No, And one of them says, you beat my mother on cookies, but don't ever tell her that. So it was such a huge compliment because, you know, a boy and his mother's cooking, you cannot change that. A boy and his mom cooking, I know. It was such a huge compliment. They loved it so much. They requested for me to make it again. So I named it the Elder Cookie and I hope you love it just as much. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prepare our chocolate. We already have all of our ingredients out. So the way I like to prepare my chocolate is I first like to break these guys apart so that then it's just easier for me to cut. And these don't have to be in any type of way. I do them all different sizes. Show you here what they look like. See? Before adding my butter to the sugar, I like to turn my mixer on and break down the sugar a little bit. Okay, our butter has reached a really good room temperature. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the mixer on. I'm gonna lift it up because we broke down the sugar. I'm gonna turn it on low. And add in our butter. I like to stop this midway through and scrape my bowl on the bottom. One thing about this big stand mixer from the KitchenAid is it doesn't touch the bottom completely. So I like to scrape down my bowl to make sure it gets mixed well. Okay, turn it on. Mix it for just a few more seconds. That's it. And lower it, show you guys what it looks like. Good, creamy consistency. Together, we're gonna use our room temperature eggs. If I'm baking, I always take them out the morning of and let them sit out for the day until I'm ready to use them. We're gonna add our vanilla extract. We're gonna mix this well until it's creamed together. I'm gonna stop midway through so we can scrape our bowl down. That's it. I'm going to drop this so I can show you the consistency. Now that our wet ingredients are mixed, we're going to use that same bowl. It echoes. Ooh, it doesn't. Oh, now it echoes. We're going to use this same bowl with our delicious creamy goodness right here, and we're going to mix our flour in. Before we do that, we're going to prepare our dry ingredients. Here we have our flour, and we have our baking soda, baking powder, and salt. We're going to add this into our flour, pre-stir it, and then we're going to mix it in with the rest. Let's get started. We're gonna just mix this in here. And we're gonna use one of these guys to just mix these ingredients really well. Make sure there's no clumps in here. And normally I stir my flour inside of my KitchenAid bowl, but today I think I'm gonna try it the other way. And reason being is because it just seems so much easier to do it that way. See how I fold it from bottom to top? The reason why I fold in my flour like this is because you can easily overstir a cookie batch. And if you overstir, you're gonna put way too much air inside your cookie, and then you're gonna end up with really flat, greasy, gross, buttery cookies, which we don't want. We want these guys to keep their form. However, see but there's still some flour left? And while we have it in this place, we're gonna go ahead and add our chocolate chips. I use the Ghirardelli. chocolate chips. These are milk chocolate. I love to use a mixture of different chocolates in my cookies. So we're gonna have these, and then we're gonna have our 60% cacao Ghirardelli bar broken up already. And we're gonna stir these guys in. And it's gonna seem like a lot, it really is, but it's not. These are the cookies that every time you take a bite, you're getting your chocolate fill. And let me tell you something, I don't even like chocolate. I'm not a chocolate person. I don't like chocolate, I don't like chocolate candy, I don't like chocolate cake. But for some reason, I adore these cookies. This is how I like to shape my cookies. I actually got the idea from a friend of mine who she actually has like a home bakery business. And she uses I usually use an ice cream scoop, but it looks like she uses very, very large ones, which I tried and it was just too big for me. So I really like to use these small ones right here. I just scoop it out, and when I want them a little bit bigger, I get an extra scoop and I plop it right on top, and it shapes it so cute, like a little ice cream scoop. And I typically only do 6 to a tray. Okay guys, we shaped our cookies. Don't those look so pretty and cute? Look, oh, look at that. I'm gonna eat that one right there. That one looks so good. I hope my kid's gonna eat them all. They're so delicious. So before we throw these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 13 to 14 minutes, just depending how big you make your cookies. I like to put mine in usually around 13 and a half minutes. We are actually gonna throw these in the refrigerator for about 30 to 45 minutes, just depends on your refrigerator. You can absolutely grab this big guy here and throw this in the fridge first, or throw it in the freezer. The problem with that is then it's difficult to shape your cookies. So I always recommend shaping your cookies first, throwing them on your tray, throwing them in the fridge. And the reason why we throw them in the fridge is so that they do not go flat. Okay, we're back. Our cookies have been sitting in the fridge for about an hour. They're nice and firm. I actually had to transfer them over from the cookie sheet onto the cooling rack because I realized I only have one cookie sheet in the house today. So the reason why I preheat my oven with my pan inside of it is because it's nice and hot. And when we place these cookies directly on top, they're gonna immediately start to brown and get that nice crispy bottom. Let's go ahead and transfer these over, and we're gonna cook them at 350 degrees for 13 and a half minutes. In the oven they go. To fall. Look at how delicious. And the reason again why I heat up the pan in the oven is to get a nice crispy bottom on the bottom. And you can see it is just full of chocolate everywhere, and it's an amazing cookie. Side full of lots of chocolate. Look at that. Look at all that chocolate. You could see the Ghirardelli and the chocolate bits in there. It's just so good, so decadent, so flavorful. If you were looking for the best chewy chocolate chip cookie, this is it. For all chocolate lovers and non-chocolate lovers, you will love this. I hope you love this cookie. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. I'll see you soon.